Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have the European Grand Campaign event for you. It should be a good one. For all updates on how the campaign is going, go in the description and join the Grand Campaign Discord. We have two great maps for you though. Our first map was Nicodemus Hill, a fair and balanced map, the map that you just saw, and now our second map is the Bloody Lane, which is also a very cool map. Our teams for today: on the Union team, we have Hood's Division, Army of Northern Virginia, 24th Georgia, 13th Georgia, and the United Alaskan Front. Whereas on the Confederacy, we have the Iron Brigade, the Pennsylvania Army, the Massachusetts Marauders, I Corps, 42nd Pennsylvania, 1st Virginia Cavalry, Rebel 2nd Corps, 1st Delaware, and the 9th Corps. So these are flipped, so the Confederate campaign is playing Union, and the Union campaign is playing CSA. Normally Rebel 2nd Corps and I Corps are on the CSA campaign, but for now they're playing on the Union campaign for balancing. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy this episode. Here we are with our Nicodemus Hill map. Your announcers for today's EU Grand Campaign is myself, Asgardian Eagle, with our special guest Lakota. How you doing, Lakota?
I'm having a great day. How are you doing, Asgardian?
I am doing good. So let's look at numbers quickly while the Union's moving out. You can kind of see they're moving quick. In terms of numbers, it's dead even, essentially. CSA has 2 more men, but that's not a huge difference. Looking at artillery here, Confederates have, I think, 14, and then Union has 13. So dead even overall.
Looks like a big group of CSAs moved over to the right there, with another unit kind of holding point there, seeing what Union's doing.
Yeah, for sure. Like when I first played this game back in really smaller side servers, like 150, maybe 200 man players, Union would really try to bonsai towards the stone wall because it's a really good position to hold. But as we've seen these bigger pop servers, Union starts to go out to this side because it's a little more open. CSA doesn't have as much cover. I mean, they still have these trees and these snake fences, but
yeah, the tried and true method for CSA has been put that cav unit on the right on that wall. Everybody else kind of holds center. Personally, as we watch USA pushing here to the barn, personally, I like to have the cav unit in the barn and a majority of the units there either on point or to the right, just because of what's happening right now. I mean, if you got those Sharps rifles and you got those revolvers, you can do a lot of damage to them with just a small unit. Me and a couple of skirmishers on pub matches have held that barn just by ourselves, 3 or 4 people.
For sure. That makes sense. Yeah, because, I mean, you have the pistols. It's pretty crazy. So CSA not adjusting at all. I mean, you see the IB adjusted to that snake fence over there. They're taking some shots, but it's so far away. The only Confederate
Union's pushing up hard.
Yeah, we have 1st VA Cav and the 14th LA from Rebel 2nd Corps engaging the A and B. Preacher goes down.
Oh, yeah. They might want to fall back. Yep, they're falling back there.
No. CSA getting wiped by the A and B.
Ooh, that's bad for CSA, though, because those Union boys can be shooting at our artillery and making the artillery ineffective, which artillery CSA on this map is imperative.
Oh, how good that's... These are kind of hard shots.
Maybe not from there. But you can get up on that hill, though, and take shots. If they were smart, they would try to do that.
So, I know we've seen Union push really far forward, but historically, what does the CSA need to do to win this game?
CSA needs to limit their losses. You know, USA's got a pretty significant ticket advantage on this map, and you have to be aware of that. You know, you don't want to have charges where you know you're going to lose. You don't want to lose out-of-liners. Out-of-liners are definitely key in this one. You want to stick together. But you definitely do not want to let what's happening now with the Union pushing this far up on the CSA left side.
It kind of makes sense why CSA isn't trying to push down or retake this, because like you said, they're trying to avoid casualties. But I don't know if that's their plan, because why do you have like 1st VA Cav and 14th LA pushing over to this side? Because they're just going to die. Same with their artillery, but CSA should all pull back over there, except maybe their artillery.
And that's a significant group up there on those rocks right now. Oh, Union's just punching them in the face right away.
Where are these guys shooting? They're going to be volleying towards those guys. They're not even going to deal with the artillery. At least the A and B. You have Hood's division here, which I don't think they're bothered with the CSA artillery. But it looks like
yeah, they're getting entrenched there. I mean, I'm not really sure what the CSA is really concerned about at this point, but I would be concerned about getting those guys away from that barn. I'll tell you that. Because they're shooting up there, they're probably getting a few out of liners for that artillery, making the artillery ineffective. And if CSA needs to win this map, artillery has to be at its prime.
I don't know why 1st VA Cav is being so aggressive here. They're gonna take. They're not taking a lot there, but obviously CSA artillery is at a good place, at least where the Union is. It's gonna be kind of hard shots for the Union to hit. I think Union needs to cap the point and draw the Confederates out.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that yet, to be honest with you. Maybe they're just weary of a big wave coming down. The USA has got the ticket advantage at this point still, so...
Yeah, I mean, you have the ticket advantage. You're attacking. You shouldn't be afraid of a Confederate force coming down the hill. But...
like these guys on the fence right here, what's going on here? Well, what are you doing, IB? Like, what you shooting at there, buddy? You shooting over there?
Hard shots, yeah.
Those are really hard shots. If anything, you should shift down and maybe move towards point a little bit. Oh, yeah, looks like USA is starting to make a move. But yeah, that's not a very
I think
well thought out position.
I think CSA is just trying to avoid casualties by holding here. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah,
We'll see how it plays out, right?
Yeah. But I mean, that would be a good plan if we didn't have, I think, 1st VA Cav coming out over here and possibly taking some hits. Maybe they're trying to protect artillery, but...
that's what I think they're trying to do. I'm pretty sure Preacher knows how important this left side really is, especially when they're mostly over here. He's probably in team chat right now trying to talk more units and joining him over here. But yeah, he's probably trying to protect that artillery, maybe trying to draw some fire.
So, CSA artillery appears to mostly be counter-battering. They can't really hit these Union guys here unless they bring their cannons to the edge. But, let's see. So, right as you say, we have the 1st Delaware moving over to assist. I don't like CSA moving a lot of men over here. They're not going to retake this. They're just going to take a crap ton of casualties trying to do it and get a lot of losses. And if they're going to try to retake it, they need to send their whole team.
Yeah, exactly. If they're going to take it, they need to take it. They can't pussyfoot around it.
So we have, in the meantime, Confederate position. We just saw 7th VA Cav there. We have 9th Corps to their right with the 42nd doing rising volleys. Over on the right side here, we have the PA, and then we have IB. A lot of shooting. You could see a Union group is beginning to push forward onto the point. I really like this. Bigger maps like this. Bigger maps like this. Shootouts are, you don't win with shootouts. You don't get a lot of kills because if you hit someone, they're in formation and they're so hard to hit. 24th is doing a good job here.
Absolutely right. Just as we were talking about, they probably could have done that a little bit sooner, but you know, now's better than later.
I agree.
Are they going to make a push for the barn?
For their sake, I hope they don't. But 1st Delaware, taking independent fire at the men in the barn. The Union men that are in the barn right now are the United Alaskan Front for the most part. 7th VA Cav is a part of that group, but they're on the other team for balancing. You have A and B holding up here. This is probably HD. Yep, HD is holding here at the barn with 13th next to them as well. I'm intrigued to see if the Confederates will try to stop the cap, will try to charge the 24th here.
It's a hard call, you know. With the ticket disadvantage, you don't want to go in there and lose a bunch of tickets. But then again, as soon as they cap the clock really starts ticking on them. So at some point, you are going to have to go in.
Yeah, and then at that point, both sides would be draining each other tickets. So either way, it's a hard decision for the CSA. But they look like they're going to let him cap here. 20-minute counterattack. 24th.
Yeah, USA falls off right away. Yeah. Good call. Good call. I'm always for one. If you cap, get off cap as soon as you cap.
Well, I guess they're pulling off because they want to, because they're kind of in a crappy spot regardless, but yeah, that's probably why. But CSA is forced out.
Yeah, we see CSA moving to point now.
They should just take their shots. Maybe Union's trying to wait for the Confederates to cap and then charge out at them. Or maybe they're doing it now. HD, is that HD or the 24th? That artillery getting a nice shot. It is HD pushing forward, but that artillery shot.
In.
Stop
yeah,
that
but there's
charge.
just a few of them. Oh, those are out of liners. Ouch. If they did it, they should have done it together.
They had an artillery shot hit them, and that knocked probably 3 or 4 guys out of that charge. But yeah, I don't know why this group isn't charging as well.
It could be something in the coordination, you know, maybe it just wasn't ported right.
They do have a Steam chat, though. Maybe just miscommunication, because even though they do have a Steam chat, we do see miscommunication all the time in those.
Now, where this unit is on the rocks there, on USA's side, I love playing on those rocks right there. I'm a long-range shot anyway, so like they're just shooting down there at them on point.
Yeah, they have very nice shots, because CSA is on their side of the wall. Who's pushing up here? Is this ANV? ANV is now beginning to push, and they're charging in, trying to stop the cap. They aren't going to be successful, though. Their friendlies are not charging in either.
Yeah, if the friendlies charged in right now, they could take it. Come on, 24th, get in there. There they go, there they go.
I like it. They're a little late, but they're going to win this because they're overwhelming the... I can't...
Now, what about those CSA units up the hill? Are they coming down?
Now they are, but that's so late.
Oh, and they're pretty piecemeal in it, too. They're not coming in together.
The whole Union team is forming in here. First Delaware could have pushed forward on the right if they want to, but PA is now charging in and getting wiped by the whole Union team. More Confederates going in.
Oh, at this point, I'd fall back and let artillery hit them a bit. It's like Union's over pursuing a little bit here. Oh, but CSA's coming down, okay.
Yep, we have 42nd PA, Rebel 2nd, 14th LA, and 9th Corps pushing forward. They aren't charging in. Union charging in. Who's charging in here? The, looks like UAF charging in.
Just chaos.
Confederates hitting engage. They're going to go back up to battle ready if they cap, but they're not even close to capping. First Delaware and first VA Cav are pushing over onto this side now.
13th right here, guys.
Yep, looks like they're pushing back in. Looks like HD's adjusting.
Not a lot of HD over there, though. Union's getting gobbled up from all fronts. Those first wave that died, IB primarily, are now coming in from spawn, and Union's going to get pushed off here.
Looks like Union's heading to the Love Shack. That's what we love to call it in PB, that little shack right there. We call it the Love Shack.
Thank you for the 5 tickets.
Yeah, 5 tickets, buddy.
The unfortunate part is they say 5 tickets for that death. Confederates are going to regain those tickets in a moment once they recap. So, first Delaware and first VA Cav are getting charged out because Union had to fall back. This is perfect for the Union game plan right now. Confederates are out. They're still engaged. They're not wiped, so that when Confederates recap, they can still get kills and knock them down even more. You do have... Who is this?
Yeah, who is that over there? That Preacher?
Yep.
Yep. Get him, Preacher. Get him, Preacher.
Where are you going, boy?
Dixon's running for his life there.
So, first VA Cav wiping a little Union reinforcements to the ANV. Both sides engaged. Well done by the Union.
Oh, that artillery hit. Did you see that on point?
Yeah, did it bounce like 3 or 4 times?
That was huge pink mist, man. That was a good shot.
So, Union still has a firm grip on the CSA right. We do see Preacher's boys charging in there, but they should get wiped by the Union force that is over here.
I'm surprised that Union force is still there.
Confederates recap the fight. No, Union needs to stay there. They need to stay up, be aggressive. They need to get in engagements with the Confederates, which the Confederates now are now adjusting to fight them.
IB's taking them on.
Union reinforcements really spread out here. But,
Union pushing right again up there.
yep.
I think they're moving right again.
So first via Cav is still chugging it over here.
You gotta go.
Are you yawning on Scarian? There's no yawning in War of Rights. Come on.
War of Rights is the most action-packed game. No boringness at all.
Ever.
So, A and B is being not really charged out by the IB, but IB is moving very close. A and B is going to get wiped. We still, I think, this HD holding.
Yeah, CSA played that pretty well.
I think only mistake was CSA not charging it as a team together to recap it at the beginning. But other than that, CSA has done a pretty well job.
They did lose a lot of out-of-liners with that, yeah.
Let's see. I don't know why these Union guys are charging in by themselves and then dying. They're out of lines. Of course, the attackers have more tickets, but in a close match like this, every ticket matters. We have the UAF forming up on the barn there. In terms of Union respawns, they're still getting over here. But Union likes this. Union should like this. They're engaging with Confederates at a decently close range. Who is holding back here for the Confederates?
Is that 42nd?
That's
No?
PA.
It's PA.
PA is pulling back so that they don't lose that right flank. Over here we have.
Hey, Ginger, do you see what's going on the right? No, fuck off. Okay.
Preacher moving right now. Go
No!
get him, Preacher.
Did you see that? Did you hear that?
No, what do you say?
Preacher asked Ginger, "Hey, do you see what's going on the right?" And Ginger's like, "No, F off."
Oh, shit.
So, I think that's A and V, right? A and V is holding up in the barn here, taking shots. We have HD holding up on that house, taking shots. A lot of people are spread out, more on the Union. However, they're still spread out here.
CSA would have a good opportunity right now to clear them out before they get too many reinforcements, but it looks like they're just satisfied with shooting it out.
Yeah, if they wanted to do that, they should have done it right after they capped, because now
Yeah.
Union's getting more and more men, and Union's gonna have a nice time if they do charge. But Union's a little spread out.
Sometimes I know it seems risky, but you gotta take. Oh, there goes Preacher, and down goes Preacher.
I wish they did this with the rest of their team, not by themselves. That wasn't really a. That looks like more of a volley there instead of a charge. But if they did charge, they should have done that with their team in a hypothetical. 40-second repositioning. CSA shifting back towards the wall. I think HD, is that HD or the 24th?
I don't know about that, CSA.
24th positioning over. It's a race to the wall. 24th has got to up and over, but I think 24th is going to be able to win this charge here. You have HD moving in as well. More CSA trickling down this hill.
But coming down the fence line, but
Confederates are going to win this unless...
USA's falling back to the right from the barn. Look at that. Where are they going? They should be moving in with their boys.
So a lot of these type of charges here, if you want to even call it a charge, are very good for the Union. A lot of people are spread out here, gonna die in skirmishing and on a line. That man was just standing up on the fence. He was on top of it. Now PA is slamming in here. A lot of close fight. CSA should win this. They have the pistols. They're Cav. More CSA.
Yep, there they come in. Yep. Down goes the flag.
And Confederates hold. This is his first Delaware. Yep.
And there he goes. Yep.
So
that looked like that hurt.
Yeah. Union getting pushed off except for A and V here.
Oh, killer hiding in the barn.
They do have a flag, which is important. But CSA, for the most part, have wiped the Union completely off this front. They got to be close to taking losses. Though there was a lot of fighting, a lot of shooting, a lot of melee that was skirmishing out of line, especially towards the end.
I think this is going to be a close match when it comes down to it, you know. This might be closer than we originally thought.
Yeah, we'll see when both sides have taken losses. That means both teams have half their tickets left. A&V now charging in. Killer trying to save his 6 shots. But Confederate's falling back.
Ooh, they are falling back. Oh,
Actually,
but who's that pushing up?
They just
That
did.
Preacher again?
Nah. That is.
It is! I played with Preacher for, what, about 2.5 years now. I kind of know his playing style.
He is a very aggressive man.
He is, yeah.
But A&V did secure this corner. Are their friendlies moving in? No, they're not. They're sitting back and shooting. So
That kind of surprises me. Good job on them. That's a great fight. Killer looks like he's still up.
he is.
If they can get some reinforcements here. What are you doing, Killer?
Where are you
There
going,
you go.
buddy? Killer. Are his men moving there? Or is he just going? Ah, they're going
Now
to the
they're
barn.
moving there. Yep. Oh, that. You know, it's so hard to get the Union out of that little basement area down there. It's like a bad itch when they get in there.
So we have the UAF pushing up to the Love Shack, pulling back. Is this 42nd? Yep, pulling back. We have 1st Delaware and IB holding up here, and then I think the 42nd PA and other smaller regiments are holding up on the top of the hill that the 42nd is going to right now. So UAF is now pushing towards this house.
Oh, here they go. Jackson's blasting them away. Action Jackson. Yeah, they're pushing in there.
And CSA is getting wiped or falling back.
Is that flag gonna make it? Somebody shoot
Yeah, that flag should. Why is the flag bearer running?
Why is he in the yard? Oh,
No, run up the hill!
dude. Sergeant Major P something. Dude, what are you doing?
There's no CSA there.
You don't run in the open field with a flag.
No way he makes it back.
Oh, look, he's going.
He's gonna make it. USA is. No, what is that?
You know, he's just standing there. Dude, come on, get in there.
He's so close. Yay! There we go. Huzzah!
Oh, yee.
So Union getting back to their positions after a long fighting period. Who's shifting back down? It's either PA or 42nd. PA is
That's a
shifting
good
back
move.
down.
That's a good move. Get that cat back up there.
Want to hold fire? Keep.
Yeah, stay close to that wall. Whenever I lead, I always have my boys stay close to a wall or fence.
Provides a little more cover, yes.
A little bit more cover, and you can blend in a little bit more too, especially with those gray uniforms.
So it looks like we have the 1st South Carolina here and some of the 6th South Carolina for A and B holding up here, being the real sharpshooters. In terms of this, we have the Iron Brigade and I Corps. I apologize if I miss your regiments in these blobs. I'm focusing on the bigger groups. But CSA repositioning that corner, really leaving this whole flank open. This is probably 1st VA Cav holding up here. And 1st Delaware. Maybe not 1st VA Cav? Oh, there's a 1st VA Cav guy right there. But
Yeah, pretty much to the standard that we've been here.
both sides are taking losses at the same time. This is a very close match. Wow.
If this was Conquest, it might be a draw, but we're in a good skirmish, so somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose.
Yeah, I mean, Union's not in a terrible place. 26 minutes to still win this game. It's still manageable for the attackers, but the longer this goes on, where it's very, very close, CSA is starting to get more and more of an advantage. We have 1st Delaware guys shooting through the windows. That guy got a shit.
Oh, see, that was a skirmish kill. But, oh, another skirmish kill. Ow, see, don't do that, guys.
Hey, how you doing? Oh my god.
Not a good idea.
They're talking through the
Pull
barn.
back with your friendlies, come on.
Oh my.
Oh,
They have buckyball. They definitely have buckyball.
Come on, Gareth. It's funny how the window keeps breaking and then repairing and then breaking.
Boys, you guys are peeking it the wrong way. You gotta wait for them to come to you.
Magic.
Wait for them to peek the
These
window.
guys are actually doing a pretty good job. We do have CSA.
There's Preacher. I can hear it.
There we go. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. It's already know where we are. That's all right. Remember.
They can barely see through those things. Preacher in the shack.
Now at this point, okay, good. CSA is starting to fall back off point. I was going to say a little bit ago, they might want to pull back a little bit, start reserving their tickets. Because remember, Union still does have the ticket advantage on this. And when it's this close like that, you have to keep that in mind.
Exactly. Taking losses. So each stage represents about 25% of your tickets. So when you're at battle ready, you're at 100% essentially. When you hit engage, 75%. Taking losses, you're at 50%. So both teams hit 50% of their remaining tickets at the same time. So that means overall CSA is doing more ticket damage than the USA. But USA, both sides are keeping it at each other's pace. 24th on point, trying to capping at taking losses is very, very risky. If they're doing that, maybe they're just
because it can switch the outcomes, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because the attackers become defenders, defenders become attackers. The game is flipped. That was a beautiful artillery shot.
That was a good artillery hit.
24th is dead. But yeah, so the Union would become the defenders, and the Confederates could just charge nonstop, knock the Union to the last stand, and win the game. However, again, it's very risky. Taking loss is a cap there. Risky for both sides on what action to take.
Yeah, at this point, no matter what side you were on, I would just try to be more conservative than aggressive at this point.
Confederates doing this is not smart. You're getting out of line of skirmishing.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate them being aggressive, but you could have held those rocks over there and just shot them from 50 yards away.
Yeah, if you're gonna crouch either way, crouch up at the rocks, fight for friendly, stay in skirmishing, not on a line. But Confederates pulling off a point here. There's still a bulk of a Confederate group holding in the shack, that corner on the left, and then the snake fence up top. Union, I don't know. They have the point wide open. I'm not going to say they have control of it, because CSA can get there quickly. But the point is open for them to go there if they want.
I would probably say right now in command chat they're arguing about what to do next. I mean, they've got a really tough decision to make.
I'm just playing.
Union's probably just trying to wait to knock the Confederates down to breaking. They have 22 minutes. They can shoot them down to breaking. It'll just take a while. Yeah, who is keeping the point capture for CSA?
Time is on CSA or USA's side right now.
Man, you here? Alright, you know what to do here. Keep this point capped up.
Well, we heard it from Ninja. They want to keep the cap point.
Yep, they don't want Union to pre-cap and hit breaking. Yeah.
Dyslexia catches up with me again. Damn it.
So yeah, you have 9th Corps in mass holding up on top of the hill here. You all know who's in the shack. First VA Cav. We have IB. Some of 9th Corps down there as well. In terms, it's probably the 42nd and the PA holding up top, taking shots. I see some of I Corps here as well. So this is going to be very slow.
To the Union's credit, they have not gone over to the CSA right at all this map. They haven't even tried.
And they shouldn't. It's so hard to break there. Or break the defenders, sorry. It's very hard to break through that stone wall.
Tickets for them, yeah.
It's going to be a shootout. Confederates aren't point, so it's not like Union could charge and then be on point and force them to breaking. They would have to charge at a group and then run a really far ways away. So, Confederates are, for the most part, staying out of bounds in terms of the Union inbounds area. So this is going to be a shootout for a while.
Who's all there on artillery? Oh, that was a good counter.
Union artillery getting a kill. Did not flip the cannon, though. I've never seen a cannon get flipped in real time.
Yeah, neither have I. Always just come across it like after it's happened.
Yeah, have any cannons? They did flip one cannon.
Oh, they got one, yeah.
They have one. That's really... There's two. Nope, but she's facing a weird way. In terms of Union battery, And he's flipped. Nope. I really
was a
wish.
close hit.
Yeah, I really wish I got flipped. We have Shanks here, holding up on their artillery. And we do have one cannon flip.
Got us dialed in.
Oh
Now it's
yeah,
time to
they got one.
get them off our tail again.
Those
They did pull cannon
13th
out.
GA guys or Georgia guys are pretty good on those cannons.
So both sides. I'll quickly check numbers one more time. So it's still really dead even on numbers on both sides here, which is good.
Yeah, it's very good to see. You know, a lot of times you don't have that much balance. Last few weekends on HD, we've been fairly imbalanced going into the match. It's difficult to balance it all out, you know.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're a mathematician.
For those of you who don't know, in coordination, everyone puts down what their max numbers are going to be and what their mid numbers are going to be. And what I mean by what they're going to be is what they think. And then you just kind of figure out the best possible situation and then go from there. And if it works, it's great. And if it doesn't, you got to balance. And that can be a pain.
Is that one lone Rambo on point there for Union? It's like one dude capping it.
Gesture here. It's so these guys are canceling each other out, so it's just a natural decay right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's supposed to be there, if it's part of the plan.
It 100% is. There's good gesture as a major, the intellectual himself. That's not by accident. There's no way one guy. If you're Ramboing, you're not gonna sit there, right? You're gonna go charge him. So
you think they're gonna try to cap the point just a little bit to draw him out?
they're pre-capping, so that
Pre-capping.
possibly draw them out, and on top of that,
As soon as they go into braking, they can run in there.
exactly. I couldn't say that for some reason. We do have two PA guys now moving down to assist in holding the cap.
Private Pepper, not Sergeant Pepper. It's a private.
Yep.
There we go.
We're in our natural habitat.
We know our natural habitat. So, yeah, the point does take a while to cap. So, pre-capping is a very important thing that the Union should do as the attackers. Good gesture pulled off, probably realizing that he wasn't doing anything. He's probably waiting for those Confederates to pull off points.
And really, those Confederates might as well just sit there in that bush. You know?
Yeah.
You got good cover. Can't really see them there very well.
Better artillery overshooting there. But someone's gonna hit braking. Union isn't really bunched up in the greatest of ways either. If they were to charge point on a CSA braking.
Yeah, Union's fairly spread out, but if they decide to make a move, they could conglomerate quickly. Collaborate?
Union artillery shredding that corner there.
Collaborate.
I'm not gonna move too much just because they'll know how big our line is, so I'm just gonna kind of stay in the same area.
That's a lot of blood right there.
Yeah, Union artillery just hit 2 shots there. Again, flag bearer should go to the edge of the line. I guess he's trying to hide from the Union guys. I guess Union can't really see him there, at least in terms of the house. Maybe that's why he's staying there. But Union artillery has them dialed in. That got shot down. There we go.
Looks like they're trying to hit him on those rocks. Huh?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That shot there was overshot. But
Now, I know Provost, our artillery commander, he loves it when they get on those rocks. Sometimes in court, he's like, if you guys just stick them on them rocks, I'll blow them away for you.
I presume they have those settings for the artillery settings, like the fuse length and all that. I guess they have. Do you think they have that written down, or do you know if they have that written down?
I know our artillery guys have cords and stuff like that written down and all that, and they're shared together. I'm not sure about this group of artillery, but I would assume they would, yeah.
I think, yeah, if you're doing an artillery group, I would feel like that would be a very pivotal part, because instead of spending the first 5 to 10 minutes in a match figuring out where everything is and where to aim, you can just have it.
Yeah, our artillery unit practices every Wednesday night, and they work on boards for a series of maps. Right now we've been trying to go through the Conquest maps, but we haven't really been playing Conquest much lately.
Oh. If they made Conquest more like the Hell Let Loose offensive game mode, that would have been pretty epic. But was that Union artillery team kill?
Yeah, with Conquest, you just have to have the numbers for it. You can't have smaller units. You have to have like the most.
I don't know, baby.
Really have a lot of fun.
Yeah, stay touched.
Yeah, I agree. If you don't have enough people for Conquest, Conquest is really, really not fun. So they've been shooting for 8 minutes now. In most matches I've seen, it's about 11 or 12 minutes in a shootout for people to go down. So we'll probably see, at least by the 10-minute mark, someone hit breaking.
I have $1 gold that says that
There we
CSA goes breaking. Yep, I was just about to say that. CSA went into breaking first. I wouldn't be surprised to see Union moving to point here. Yep, and they're starting to shift that way. That's what I would do as Union. I'd get back on there, try to cap. You've got the ticket advantage. You can come right back, keep killing them.
Why aren't the Confederates bonsaiing at the point? There they
Nobody's really moving
It
much.
took
to
them a
the point.
moment. These guys aren't
Nobody's
budging, though.
Yeah, they're being pretty conservative.
Tickets won't matter when you lose the game, but
Oh, is that who is this moving down?
42nd, and I assume the PA is
42nd.
with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, good move.
Pennsylvanians. They need to get the point before Union can get there, because then they'll get entrenched on the stone wall or snake fence. But Union looks like they tried to push down the road, but realizing their friendlies were outnumbered, they're not doing that. Now Confederates are beginning to push into this house here. We have IB and HT on the other side. Are they shooting through the house?
I don't think you can shoot through the house here. Oh, coming around the corner.
Oops.
They didn't seem like they were ready for him.
No. They
Seemed
got,
pretty surprised about
they
that.
got
move.
wiped. Holy crap. But Union will...
Now,
Actually, Union's probably going to hit breaking in another minute or two. Because if both sides are shooting at each other and getting similar casualties, CSA has less tickets, they're going to go down first. That just...
I don't
makes
like CSA sitting on cap right now. They've already got it capped. I would pull off and get back to their previous positions. They're just out in the open, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel for the Union at this point. I would not waste the tickets.
I guess, yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, both positions they were in, they were able to get the point in a decent amount of time. However, my only concern with pulling off is if they don't get there first, Union can have control of that stone wall, and that'll be very deadly for the CSA.
It would, they had good positions earlier. If they fell back to those earlier positions, they could easily recollapse. I just wouldn't be wasting tickets for CSA. That would be my main concern at this point.
So, I think this is ANV and HD, or just, yeah, it's just ANV. Sorry, HD got white there. You do see some HD guys, but ANV's on the other side of the house shooting. Confederates, Union's not gonna, Union hasn't done an organized, never mind, I won't say that, but,
They've been working on getting an organized charge.
yeah.
They've had a couple of decent ones, but it seems like they've been kind of struggling here towards the end of the match with that.
Maybe they're trying to knock the Confederates in the last stand. It's going to be like around 30 seconds maybe when the CSA hit last stand in a shootout like this. Union needs to charge at least once. And they do have the numbers right now. If they all collapsed in, of course they don't know that, right? But if they all collapsed on point, they would easily be able to win and force the CSA to come to them. Possibly winning the game by capping, but even if they don't, we'll get CSA close to last stand. Sure, you might be in breaking, because Union would probably hit breaking in a charge. But I think it's necessary. There, he hit breaking.
It looks like they might be trying to coordinate something. Looks like they're grouping up a little bit more than before. Yeah, USA goes in the breaking.
This is the 24th and 13th holding up there. A and V is falling back to that spot. Oh, in the middle here we have UAF. Wow, they got a cannon all the way up here.
Oh, wow. Great Scots.
Does this guy have ammo? Oh my, how far are they running? Oh, okay. Wonder how long it took them to bring that cannon up there, if that's even worth it.
Probably the whole match.
So CSA really, those guys are going way too far back.
Yeah, you don't need to go that far back. There at that corner was a good position.
Like, where those guys, if they stopped right now, the guys on top of the hill, which I think they are, like, that's a fine spot. Again, the only thing, though, these guys are kind of close. It's going to be a close race to point. But, yeah, CSA where they're at, it's good positions. USA needs to start creeping towards point. Or
Even if they
charging
should
one of
send
the
a couple of people on there, yeah. It's like we got a CSA unit moving down to prevent them from doing that. And looks like we're back at shooting at each other for a while.
Yeah, Confederates aren't going to hit last stand at this rate till maybe 30 seconds left in the game. They need to charge.
Yeah, if USA would go in, try to cap point right now, they still have the slight ticket advantage. They could use that to push CSA into last stand at this point.
Yeah, Union, I don't know if that corner's out of bounds. But
I think they can get up to that shack, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think they can get up to the rocks.
I mean, they might be out, but they have 30 seconds. Union should bunch up and charge that spot. They're ahead on tickets. They aren't going to force the CSA into last stand until around 0 seconds, I think. They need to charge at some point. Confederates are spread out.
That is an excellent point. Yeah, that would be an excellent point to go ahead and charge right there. Knock them down on tickets. You might even push them to last stand with a charge like that.
I guess if they go for points, it'll be a close... Like, CSA will get there in time. But, I mean, either way, they need to move out at some point. CSA just needs to keep doing what they're doing. CSA really can't do much. I mean, they're defending. But
CSA artillery is doing a great job hitting those rocks over there. Oh, we got one.
Union really starting to move. The 24th is leading this. While the 13th, A and V is in pursuit. They're finally moving over to the point. Brooks is the first man to get here. But here we go. Oh, CSA's got to move now.
Yep, they have
That's
to move.
going down
They have
so
to move.
fast. Which they are charging down the hill. They'll get there. However, it depends on when these guys get there. They're beginning to move over now. Will this two-pronged charge work on the Union? We'll see.
Good hit from the artillery.
Where is... those guys should not sit back and volley. Sure, they have nice shots, but save them to the melee.
That's what they're waiting for, artillery to hit them. Yep, see, artillery's trying to hit them. I disagree with that. I would have just pushed in while you got the momentum. If you have momentum, you can't stop. Oh, another good hit from CSA already, but
It looks
like they're coming right side.
the Confederates are going to win this. Even though Union are going to lose this, that was Confederate artillery team kill, I think? I don't know. Even though Union are going to lose this, this is what the Union need to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see CSA go in the last stand and win now.
Union are going to lose probably a decent amount. Actually, I don't know if they're going to lose more tickets than the CSA on that charge. But Union just needs to buckle it down on the front and not bonsai in by themselves. And I think they should be fine. Union artillery hitting. A lot of decent artillery on this map. Confederates actually really charging out here.
That's Preacher again? Yep.
I'm sorry, guys. You know who it is. You know who it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You knew this had to happen.
You're not
you knew
sorry.
You knew what this was. All right, back. Let's get the heck out of here. Pardon my language. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry, Preacher.
5 minutes left. Both sides are breaking here.
That was a good move by Preacher there, though. They did get a few out of lines, which will help them in the long run. But as I say, I'm expecting CSA to go into a last stand at any moment now.
We'll see how long it takes Union to get out there. I guess, too, with charging, right, now that Union's at main, though, the time we're seeing go away now, they aren't shooting right now. So I guess that's also a factor with charging that I didn't think of.
Do you think with this much time left on the clock, they're just trying to coordinate one last big push?
Union needs... I think Union's going to sit back and just shoot for the next 2 minutes and uncharge. Or maybe shoot for the next 3 minutes. I don't know. Actually, Union needs to charge one of these flanks. They shouldn't go straight for point.
Yeah, it's like
I think Union should
back to their
charge.
previous.
Yeah, Union just needs to charge up there and go, because you couldn't cap in time before both prongs came. Oh wow, that's perfect timing.
Yep. Oh,
which out of line did it? Which out of liner did? But
it's probably Preacher.
But that's huge timing. I think Union just needs to charge in right now.
Yep, agree. They just need to go in there, get the kills, respawn, go back in.
Exactly. Union has infinite tickets. Final push, all that does is it limits the amount of time you have in the game. You don't get limited tickets. You have infinite tickets. Union just needs to charge in non-stop. They can't sit and shoot now. They need to go, 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 go. Union should win this if they do that, but...
They should, yeah.
I
would say at this point Union should win this anyway. They should, though. You never know.
Charge in. You gotta charge in.
Yeah, see, I'm with you here. I would just go in there, get some shots, start stabbing people, spawn in, get right back in there.
So here we go. These guys are going to be... AMD is going to be forcing Confederates out, which is good. Get kills, start that process. I mean, Union should win this. Now PA in 42nd, you can see on top of the hill, they're beginning to move down. Rest of the Union is collapsing on this position. I think that's maybe first Delaware.
Gotta move, boys. You gotta move.
First VA Cabin, Brooklyn, and first Delaware are there, but yeah. Even if Union loses this charge, a lot of CSA should be knocked out. And Union just needs to spawn in and go.
And CSA needs the bonsai at this point, you know.
Final push needs nothing.
Yeah, not at this point. Not at this point, yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, final push will give you enough time to go from your spawn to point twice without bayonets and reloads. So your clock will get lowered to that mark, but if you're already past that marker, the clock doesn't change. So when you hit
that
like
was a CSA team kill.
When you hit like 4 minutes left in the match, for any map, just essentially take it as final push. But Union beginning to trickle in from spawn. 1.5 minutes left. This will be close.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's going to be a close match.
Oh.
I don't know if the Union has enough time to get one good push in if they're just going to piecemeal it in.
All right there is CSA. No, CSA artillery can stay there. But guys, stop getting. Just charge in, charge in, charge in.
Yeah.
You gotta just get a stab off. I mean,
just like their officers. Their officers are leading the way. They're doing as much damage as they can.
There they go.
Need to follow them.
Maybe they're waiting for a couple more guys, but now they're called. Union should win this.
Yeah. The tide has turned here. I don't see CSA have enough men left.
These artillery guys need to get down on point. I guess their artillery shots will be more effective than their sponge, but...
You know, for CSA's credit, this is a hard map for CSA to win.
Yeah, and they did a pretty dang good job. I mean, 45 minutes, to play a whole 45-minute game on Nicodemus Hill and have it come down to right here. I think it's well done by the CSA. But Union prevailed.
They did their best.
Yeah. I think CSA, what killed them is them sending, like, 1st VA Cav and 1st Delaware off to those sides. That really, I think, was really the only thing they did bad.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You know, as I said earlier, CSA, you really have to watch your tickets, and every out-of-liner counts on this map.
Union, they played this well. They won. They did good. Maybe could have been more aggressive throughout the game, but they won the game, so it's only really minor things at that point. Overtime, there's more. So overtime, we're with that right now. That just means when the clock hits 0, there is more of the attacking team on point than the defenders. So overtime is triggered. It's about to be done. We can see the CSA artillery charging in, but they're just going to get massacred charging in. So,
you know, hats off to both sides. So both sides really fought hard and did a good job on this one.
For sure. Lakota, do you have any thoughts as we go to the end of the round here?
You know, as I said earlier in the match, you've got to be careful with the USA going there to the CSA right. You know, you've got to be prepared for that. I think if maybe a CSA unit had been there from the start, maybe they could have done a little bit more damage and prevented them from pushing up as far as they did. But other than that, I thought CSA did an excellent job with the cards they were given. They pulled back when they needed to. And USA just on this one has a larger ticket advantage, and that's what got it for them at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. CSA needed to either all defend that side or none of them to defend that side. You can't have half groups going out there and dying and skirmishing out of line. That really kills it. But, yeah, it was a good round to watch. Very long, very good. And with that all being said, we're moving on to one of my favorite Antietam maps, Bloody Lane. Let's get it. 1,000 casualties! Holy crap! Here we are with Bloody Lane. A great Union map. It has the 69th New York Irish Volunteer Brigade. No bias at all here on this network. But anyways, Lakota, what is the normal CSA strategy to defend the Bloody Lane? It's a very hard map for CSA.
Just hold on to your balls, really. Like, there's nothing much you can really do. This is such a bad CSA map. Like, it is almost... It's not impossible to lose or win this as CSA. I have seen CSA win this in the past, but it's extremely difficult. Union does have a slight ticket advantage on this one again, and they have the high ground coming up. It's really hard for CSA to defend. As we see here, it looks like they're heading to the left side trying to hold this corner. That's kind of a good historical defensive move on this map. But this one is just so difficult for a CSA to win this. Again, just like with Nicodemus before, you've got to limit your out-of-line kills. You've got to limit your tickets. You can't be having ridiculous charges for no reason. You just have to play this conservative as CSA and try not to die.
Yeah, I agree. Normally, the Union strategy is to gather up here all on this flank and charge down the hill. Use your buck and ball as an advantage. But Union's really spread out here. Another thing that I really like the CSA doing here is they have guys here on this front fence. Usually CSA holds everyone back in the corn here, and by doing that, it allows the Union to get up on the snake fence uncontested and shoot point-blank shotgun shots into the corn. Only way the CSA usually defend this is by holding guys on this front fence. I'm intrigued to why the Union's going this far right, but anyway.
Well, if you look over left there, as Guardian, there's a small CSA unit up there in the corner to your left.
Oh my god, that was a beautiful body by network.
Oh, they're charging in, yeah.
I don't like that they're charging in with only half their team.
And they're kind of doing a little piecemeal. They're pretty spread out.
I mean,
I don't think that's a very wise move.
They should have charged in as a whole team. I get there's a small CSA force moving up top, but...
Yeah, and CSA's got that buck and ball in that corner. They're just shredding them.
CSA are going to be able to hold that pretty easily. But in the meantime, Union is sending half their team down the middle. I think they should up and over into the corn. They'd get cover. Maybe not much cover. Well, they get cover, but...
Yeah, I'm never a big fan of running out in the open in any circumstance.
Union very spread out. Both sides charged in. Not together, which if they charged him together, they would have won this. But now it's in piecemeal. It gives CSA a better chance.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
I wonder if that was a miscoordinated charge. I wonder if they were supposed to charge both sides at the same time. Got really confused.
Probably, but I mean, you saw more Union trickling in. This charge has been charged from both sides have been happening for almost 2 minutes now. We have still people charging in here.
Yeah, you have to be more coordinated when you have your charges like that. Like, that could have been a simple mistake on both of them. I don't want to say that didn't feel planned out very well.
Or it's interesting to charge on both sides. I would have, yeah, I think it was just miscommunication on when the charge, or maybe they both charged at the same time. Didn't look like it, but I guess it is quicker to get from over on the left to where they're at than on the right to over there where they're at, which is maybe what happened. But, I mean, they do have a Steam chat to communicate. I hope they all go down on one flank this time. Or if they'd split up again, that they charge in at the same time.
I mean, a good pincer is a beautiful thing to execute and witness, but also if you don't execute it correctly, it just looks like garbage, you know?
Yeah.
And then you just lose a crap ton of tickets, which is exactly what happened right there.
And I think we can see the respawns are now moving forward. Is this A and V? Yep. So A and V led that second prong charge. They're now pushing up to the middle here. Union just needs to be aggressive. They can't sit back here and have a shoot-off, which it doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're just waiting to reform.
It does look like they're trying to decide to stay more on that left side a little bit on this push. Looks like A and V's kind of going more to the middle than as far right as before. Now, what's your feelings on early cap on this one for USA?
In most cases, early cap is a good idea, but it really depends on the context of the battle. Like right now, yes, Union is most likely down on tickets, especially after getting slaughtered on those charges. So I would think an early cap would be a good idea, but it's very hard for Union to push this right side. I mean, I think Union, regardless of where Union charges, they need to bunch up and go. Sitting here and shooting like this is a bad idea. We saw it last round. Union did this, and it took them forever to knock the CSA down to breaking from taking losses. So I wonder if they're trying to reform, maybe wait a moment. But I don't like seeing this.
I agree. I agree. It's very unusual to see USA pulled back this far and shooting on this map.
But I don't know. Well, we don't know their plans anyways. They could have something up their sleeve that we're not thinking about. We can only see what we see. We don't go to
What are
board.
these guys doing here?
So we have the 13th here and 24th. And it is just 24th. 13th is not following. But they're going on the right side here. We do have a Confederate group holding on this flank. Who do we have here? We have the 1st Delaware. Going to be stopping this, but Union's going to be able to get to that snake fence first.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the cap like we were talking about.
But they're a little trickled in here. Again, I think is this A and V?
That's a waste of tickets, yeah.
They're so far apart that it's sad to watch. CSA is shifting more men over to deal with this group. I guess they're getting a foothold up front. Do they have a flag? I didn't see a flag. Nope, they don't have a flag. So all these guys that die are not going to be able to.
Looks like A and V's coming to support them over there.
Yeah. A and V doesn't have a flag either.
You know, to CSA's credit, they're playing this really well at this point. They're holding back. They're staying in the corn. They're playing more defensive. CSA's doing a good job at this point for this map.
Yeah, CSA is doing what they need to do. This is a Union game to win or lose. Usually CSA doesn't mess up horribly on this map. It's just really minor things. But this is the Union's game to win or lose. And so far they're losing it. They are capping point though, but more CSA are moving in.
Yep. shooting it out for a bit. If I were CSA, I'd push right now, try to get them off there.
I don't think it matters. By them sitting back, they're in formation. They don't have a flag. They're not respawning in. So it's not like they're going to be here too long. Sure, they're going to get things like these, but they're going to get wiped eventually. Union now charging in on this side. Union engaged, not surprised. Confederates falling back. Union just needs to sit on that snake fence and shoot.
Yep, but they're not.
in.
But they're not. They're pushing right in. They're trickling in. Oof.
They're beginning to hold. Union could still easily win this. They have buck and ball. CSA is not killing a lot of them. Actually, they are charging up now to the fence. Yes.
Looks like they got that right side of the fence.
Yeah, so CSA moved out and wiped them. Not too surprising. This charge is still in the mix, but Union, those flags need to get in formation.
Yep,
they need
I
to
was
start
just
getting
going to
in.
say that. They need to get a flag in there if they're going to get a grip in there.
So Union, it looks like for now that they have secured the Confederate right, Union left. You can see Confederates beginning to shift down. These guys need to get to that left side, and it looks like they're going that way right now. That's what they need to do. Union needs to get a foothold on that corner. I don't know why. I think that's 13th and 24th over there. They need to come in with the ANV.
Oh, CSA's pushing in over there. In force, too.
So ANV, when ANV gets there, that's going to be very critical. We have PA and 42nd being this first group here.
Don't get in there too hard, guys. Don't go too far.
Union still holding up way on the far left. A lot of Union, thank goodness for them, though, are pushing in the middle here. But
yeah, on this map, a standing order should be buck and ball. If you got buck and ball, always loaded on this map.
I don't know why all the Confederates, I don't know why they're all shifting to the right here. It looks like they're half engaging. I mean, these guys are shooting. I don't know where they're shooting. I think they're shooting at the guys coming down. Maybe they're just trying to avoid taking buck and ball casualties because it's like a shotgun. Buck and ball, it shoots like, I think, 4 mini pellets out compared to your normal.
It shoots 5?
Okay.
Yep, 5.
5 shots compared to your normal 1-shot ball.
4 pellets and then one ball.
But Confederates. See, this was Confederates engaged. They're a couple of minutes ahead. Like, right when this Confederate force got over here, they should have charged Union out. I think that's the time to charge them out because Union have flag. They can keep spawning in men. They're getting reinforcements coming in.
That's an excellent point, and to CSA's credit, them sticking together, kind of double fisting everything, that keeps everybody in line, and that limits your ticket losses. So, good on CSA for keeping everybody getting inline deaths compared to skirmisher out-of-liners at this point. As I say that, I see one out-of-liner getting killed.
It always happens like that, but yeah, Union now has a firm control on this corner. And there is...
Yeah, you're right. Right now, CSA should push.
I mean... I hear shots happening over here. It looks like just a couple of Union skirmishers are engaging with the 1st Delaware and 7th VA Cav.
Yeah, it's a good idea to keep a couple of smaller units on that side just to keep an eye on what's going on.
I think Confederates have too much, though. I mean, this is an even match. And it's allowing the Union to possibly get more men over here, but the Union doesn't have a lot of men because a lot of them keep dying and spawning in and going back in. Those skirmishers are now shifting over.
I'm really surprised at how the Union are playing this map at this point. Like, everything seems pretty spread out. It seems pretty piecemeal. Like, they kind of need to bring it back in together and really coordinate their efforts just a little bit better than what they are right now. But they do have the ticket advantage, so,
That's true. I think that's what they're trying to do right now by trying to get on this corner, but there's so much Confederate fire going down there that men just keep dying and they have to respawn and come back in.
Exactly. And personally, even on maps where you have the ticket advantage, I'd rather not waste those tickets in any type of stupid manner, really.
Oh, those guys shifting? Nope, they just shifted a little to the right.
Yeah, I think they're just getting the cap up there.
The shootout.
CSA could easily still push them out and get those flags out of there, you know? They're just letting them regroup right now and build their numbers.
Union needs to spread out a little bit more. Oh, we might see a charge right now.
Oh, yeah, something's happening. They're pushing up a little bit.
Right.
Who's that pushing up on the right there? It doesn't look like friendlies are pushing up with them.
They fell back in the video.
Oh, they fell back, yep.
Maybe trying to avoid getting flanked, but you can see the first Delaware now shifting over from the left. Union hitting, taking losses. Actually, like Union, they are here, but they aren't getting a foothold. I mentioned getting a foothold earlier, but I guess there's so much Confederate fire coming down here that Union can't really do anything. Maybe if I were the Confederates, I would just like keep letting the Union come in here and keep getting these nice shots, but it looks like Confederate fire is just going to completely...
You might as well, right?
Yeah,
Yep, flags are down. If I were those boys, I would get out of there now. Oh, too late. Too late. Yep.
Chance was trying to set the flag, but didn't. So Confederates expel the Union out of that corner.
At this point, we might see a CSA win on this map.
Yeah. I
mean, if Union can tighten up their reins a little bit, bring it in a little bit, coordinate just a little bit better with their pushes, they could probably win this. But at this point, with the way they're playing it, I mean, look, you got Union guys trickling in right now. Look at this. Like what's going on there? They shouldn't be doing that. Like, they should be with their men. They should be regrouping.
I think that's miscommunication. Well, it might be a little hard because Union's been trickling in this whole time, and now all of a sudden they have to stop. So
yeah,
they will
see,
be
just a couple of out-of-liners again for them.
And we could see 13th moving through the corn here, but first Delaware is reshifting with the first VA cap to their right, and 7th cap is probably over here. What's Preacher thinking?
What you thinking, Preacher? What you thinking? With that beard. And dark eyes.
But they're going up the top.
Preacher. I know you got the tickets right now, but come on, you gotta spare them. I'm not sure about this, Preacher. I don't know about this one. Well, they shot that one dude.
They're getting their shots are running back. On this left side, this is Holcomb's Legion and UAF, United Alaskan Front, holding on the left side there. Union is now pushing towards the right, which, if you push with your whole team, it's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, they're still pretty spread out though at this point, you know.
Well, Confederates are shifting to the right here, but not a bad idea. As long as you push with your whole team, that's the biggest thing.
Exactly.
Well,
it looks like they are starting to regroup a little bit. Maybe they are waited for a collaborated effort here.
If they all push towards those rocks and get around the right here, yeah, that'd be huge. Because CSA is engaged in a shooting fight with these HE guys. Those HE guys should stay there. Not a lot of guys are distracting a lot of Confederates.
This could play out really well for USA. We'll see how this goes.
They need to move.
But it looks like they are starting to tighten it up a little bit.
CSA is beginning to adjust now. They need to go now. But then again, we see stuff that they don't see. So also, they're probably waiting for everyone to get together, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
however,
they need to do that sooner. Yeah.
Here they come.
Do it now.
Catch up. Stay with Matt.
We have two prongs here. HD on the left, 13th, 24th. A and B is on the
And I would
left.
suspect CSA's shifting to adjust to that.
Yep.
Ready, boys.
So
Good move by those guys on the rocks to pull back. That was smart. That was a good job on them not to lose those tickets. Whoever that unit was, good job falling back. Sometimes winning does mean falling back, you know? Yeah, they got on that fence. That was a great move by that unit. I don't know how well effective it will be, but
No.
that was a good move.
They're gonna get wiped. Confederates will probably get taking losses throughout this charge. Confederates are now charging in, so this is the first. They're trying to push them out completely. I don't
know
like
about that.
I don't like it.
I don't like that either.
Because
I would shoot it for a while.
maybe they're just doing a shootout right now, but they're not charging in. They're just holding here, getting some nice post shots.
Maybe they're trying to protect the point.
What they're doing is effective, though. I wanna look at numbers quickly. Okay, it's dead even. This is Confederates don't have more men. But
Union's got a good foothold in there, though.
But Union doesn't have flags. They lost them all on the right side. You could see all
Oh
those down flags.
no!
So
Oh no! Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Like at this point, oh, you can't really send people to go get those flags either.
nope. But we have
Oh,
6
that's
AL moving in
definitely
center, but
gonna
they're
hurt
dying.
Union in the long run. Oh,
No, it's hurting them right now because Union can't get respawns. Union probably would have won over here if they had flags. But
absolutely,
now
absolutely,
it's going to be a trickle down. Let me guess.
Preacher.
Kill the Rambos. Guy right? I got this guy. Hey, asshole.
He's going after Rambos. Got one.
Wait.
But
See, if I were Preacher right now, and with Preacher's playing style, I'd go protect those Union flags over there.
yeah, like look how like Union is still here. If they had flags, this would be a whole different deal. But
Yeah, but
because
CSA's just picking them off at this point.
yeah, I mean we're still close. USA isn't like this isn't like USA is losing the game. It is tilted that way, but the flags have despawned though.
Old Bango Rambo.
Who are you talking Bango Rainbow? You're the Bango Rainbow. Will he hit it? Yes, he does.
Oh, he did. Good shot. Pascal.
Nice. Does Union have
Yeah, it's
their
always the
flag?
people projecting stuff like, oh, stupid Rambo, but they're the ones Rambo.
Yeah, exactly. So Union are respawning with their flags. You could see 2 of them here. They're gunning it to this right side. Union still have men here. These guys need to go, or maybe they're waiting for their flags, but I wish that wasn't out of bounds right there.
Yeah, they probably should have done what they did before, just kind of regroup a little bit before they did that again. Looks like they're getting a little anxious at this point.
So,
But yeah, to CSA's credit, they're playing this really well. They're sticking together. They're limiting their out-of-liners. CSA's playing this really well at this point.
yeah, and I mean CSA lost last round too, but they dealt 300 more damage or 300 more kills in a campaign. I don't know how kills and that stuff is all tracked up in the campaign. Join the Grand Campaign Discord if you're interested in that. But yeah, I mean CSA dealt a lot more damage. We're probably going to see the same result as last map in terms of kills on this one. CSA get that foothold back, and Union stuck at the rocks.
See, at this point, if I was CSA, I'd probably fall back to those fences along the corn line at this point. You know, you've got a pretty good dug-in defensive position. You still need to be aware of your tickets as soon as say that unit goes into breaking. But yeah, I would fall back just a little bit, but they're still holding well. You know, they're doing a good job.
Look how the Union trickle is trying to get in there. Yeah, crazy. You know the left is all open. I think that man is just a scout over there.
Yeah, it definitely looks like USA is concentrating their efforts to the right side of their map at this point.
Hey, I didn't realize. No, I didn't know that. It's kind of cool to look at other battlefields like Piper Farmers right there.
Oh yeah.
It's just kind of weird to see, but also kind of cool. Union now charging in here. Like, Union spawn for Piper Farmers right there.
Now, I don't agree with this charge right now. I think that's like Pickett's charge. Like, not a good idea. You're just wasting tickets right now.
They're very spread.
Reverse Pickett's
Not all their
charge.
guys are charging in either.
Yeah, they should have waited, just coordinated a little bit better with that. Like I said, I think we're going to see a CSA win when it comes down to it.
The final push, last stand. When CSA hits last stand is going to be very, very critical. CSA now counter-charging here. These are going to be some outline deaths for the CSA. Maybe not. Because now the rest of the 42nd is charging in.
Yeah, that's a good counter charge. Just get him out of there.
There's 2 out of line.
Ooh. That hurt. I felt that one for you, buddy.
Confederates are now really charging out. They want those.
Ooh, there was
flags.
another one. Ow! What are you guys doing?
They want those flags. They aren't going to get them, but they're dealing some out of lines. Where?
Who's this Havoc guy?
Union is so spread out right now.
Yeah, somebody in their command chat has got to bring in the reins a little bit for what's happening to them.
So, the Confederates are holding. That's a given.
Yeah, and good point. Good job, CSA, not over pursuing there. I've seen a lot of over pursuing counter charges go into that corn, and then it's just a bunch of out of liners. So good job with them being aware of that. Who's that CSA group up there on the left on the fence? Is that Preacher?
Probably.
Yeah. One man wrecking crew, that guy, you know.
Swing left, back to the lane, back to the lane.
I want your tickets, boy!
No, come back.
Good on Preacher for keeping his guys together, though. Like, even though he's like out there skirmishing, he's still keeping them together.
Yeah, very important when you're doing stuff like this. Very risky stuff, but
Yeah, it's kind of a wild card, you know. But in Nuno, you know, sometimes it works out well.
so Union have 2 officers up on the far left. They have a group, an officer in the middle, and it looks. We're gonna see pick a charge, sir. We tried to break their left. It wouldn't break, and we charged their right. It wouldn't break. We must charge the center. For the center, they will break.
Right.
That would be kind of funny
Jim.
if they did
It's
it.
my
But
fault. Again, CSA doing a good job staying together.
so maybe Union is thinking they're trying to do what they did last round, just shoot them down the breaking, and then push in.
Yeah, at this point, they're probably trying to limit their ticket losses. They've lost a lot of tickets in this round, unnecessarily at that, you know. I'm a little CSA biased, but...
I wonder how we could have guessed that. No, but yeah, no. The CSA is playing a fantastic job so far. Union has been making mistakes. It seems more of just a miscommunication than anything.
And that's what loses it for Union on this map, is mistakes like that, you know.
Exactly.
This is generally a Union-biased map. I've seen the Union win this map probably 80% of the time, maybe even 90% of the time.
I mean, also, too, to think about, right, is this is a 221-man player server. Over time, with the bigger player servers, we've seen maps that are biased towards one way become even or biased the other way. For example, Duncan Church is Union biased. When we get to a really big map size, it becomes even a little CSA bias. Roulette Lane with bigger population servers has definitely become USA bias. Because
that's an excellent point. Yeah,
Union can guard the whole position. I mean, you look at Confederates, 200. They have 110 men on their team. They're almost guarding the whole lane here. When we had 150, 200 players, more like 150 rather. You only had 75. Take half. Little over half the Confederate team. They can't guard the whole thing.
Looks like we got a Union push up the center, just like you said. We
Yeah.
tried the left, we tried the right. We must try the center.
Pickett's lane is beginning here. A and V getting... Oh, I was going to say shredded, but actually a lot of them raking. That charge on the right, though. Confederates aren't even bothering with that. I like that the Confederates are getting up to this first snake fence. It's making sure that it's very contested there. It also allows for them to have easier shots. But Union, at least for the moment, is going to have a huge foothold on this corner. They're going to be able to use that buck and ball and get absolutely beautiful shots. This match is not over.
Well, CSA is pushing in from the right, though, pretty hard. They could push down that fence line.
They could. It looks like they're slowly trickling in Confederate are, but Union has a strong foothold. They have the flag. Union could easily knock on the breaking here. They probably will.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're sitting on point, so if Confederates go into breaking, it's game over.
Confederates are slowly trickling in. Union guys on the right side are trying to charge it now. Both sides are breaking.
Yep, just like you said.
Union's going to win this charge. Oh. They should win.
Yeah, if I was CSA, I'd
Nope.
get Bayos and get back in there. You can't let them cap right now.
CSA is going to win the charge.
Oh my, they did.
It looked like for a moment. Union just needs to go.
And Union goes a final push.
Go.
Yep.
Charge. They need to go. They need to go. They can't. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Killer in leading the way.
Killer, wait for your men, dude. Wait for your men.
No, they need to go in. He needs to go in. Get some like 2 or 3 shots off. Die and repeat. But Union needs to knock the Confederates in the last stand. But Confederates
All right,
are very, very far away.
How many shots Killer got off? He's up there. I see him.
1.
Here's 1. 2. Oh, nice shot. 3.
So A and B is getting there. Confederates are just having a little party here. Game is not over yet. I doubt we'll see Confederates hit last stand. Union need to force an overtime here.
Agreed. Agreed. If they
the
can
clock gets
consolidate, push in together, they could take it. But we'll see how coordinated that this effort is.
Yeah, we can see more Union respawns on the top right of your screen are now moving in. Confederates' big thing is they need to stick together, avoid taking skirmishing out of line.
Absolutely. They just need to get on those fence lines, stick together, keep those flags to the rear. Like a big CSA group pushing up the hill.
I don't like that. Who is it?
Trying to stuff them,
Starting.
probably.
I don't like this, because if they go out, maybe they're splitting the Union apart. There, that's fine.
But yeah, they could go in the last stand, though. If they... What's this guy doing?
I don't know. Union now charging in here, but they're obviously outnumbered.
Yeah, and they're just trickling in.
So it means
Yeah, I don't think Union's going to be able to pull this out. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, if the Confederates at last stand, that will be the moment. I don't know if they'll hit it, though. There's a lot of charges. Confederates are really kind of spread out here. Probably a decent couple of them skirmishing are out of line. Oh, we're lagging a little. There we go. But Confederates, they should not be pushing out this far. They should not be up and over and just holding the stake fence. It's stay in formation, you win this game. I mean, it's still very much in your favor. However, you don't want to go.
And you risk team K's being out there like that too, you know.
Yeah. Union basically wiped up here. Their foothold's gone. Confederates still not in the last stand. They're pretty far away with Davis here.
Yeah, it looks like CSA pulled out the win here.
Wow.
Good on them.
Come on,
Bloody
Davis.
Lane's a tough one for CSA to win.
Come on, Davis. Get him, Davis.
Hey, you
Yeah,
lost.
man.
Oh, down he goes.
So with that being said, CSA push off the point to make sure they can't do an overtime. With that being said, Lakota, your thoughts?
Oh wow! To be honest, I was not going into this match thinking that CSA was going to win it just because of how biased this map normally is. But good on CSA. They stayed together. They limited their ticket losses. They did an excellent move countering charges. Good job on the CSA commanders.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Union really dropped the bag. Miscommunication with their charges when they were going in. Maybe it was just they didn't charge at the same time. I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see casualties here. But yeah, really well done to CSA, especially on this USA bias map. I don't know if more players had to do with it, but look at the casualties.
Yeah, it looks like 2-1.
Yeah. Holy cow. Union basically took 2,000 casualties in this event, which is insane. And with
Yeah,
that being said, we'll see you guys in the post-game interview. Here we are with the post-game interview for the European Grand Campaign event. A lot of fun, a lot of casualties on both matches. Both matches more like Bloody Lane. Were very, very surprising to watch, and it was very good. We have a bunch of leaders from the event to talk about strategy and more. So with that being said, let us introduce the players that were on the USA team, the CSA campaign tonight. First, we have Shanks.
Chance, I'm first lieutenant for Top Sales Rifles and his division's first NC.
Thank you. And then we have Pearl.
Hey, Pearl, Lieutenant Colonel, 24th Georgia, and also representing the Peach Corps in the campaign.
We have that one guy if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Howdy, howdy. I'm one of the captains for the battery in 13th Georgia.
And then we have Matt Cauthon.
Hey guys, 13 Georgia, Company A, First Lieutenant Matt Cauthon.
All right, thank you. Those are our USA representatives. For our CSA representatives, who are the USA campaign, we have Core.
Hello, my name is Core, leader of the 14 Brooklyn, colonel of the Iron Brigade.
Thank you. And then we have Ninja.
Hi, my name is also Core, and I will be representing the Pennsylvania Army.
And then last but not least, we have Preacher.
Hello, my name is also Core. No, I'm just kidding. I'm unoriginal. My name is Preacher. First VA Cav. Not in game. Well, sort of in game, just in my tags. Thank you.
And then your announcer team for today is myself as Guardian Eagle with Lakota Wolf.
It was wonderful being here. I had a lot of fun. I'm excited to ask some questions later.
And with that being said, let's get started with this post-game interview. So, the first round was Nicodemus Hill. The USA did up winning that map despite taking 1,000+ casualties. So we're going to start with the USA. USA team, what was your strategy going into the round, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield? USA meaning the team that played USA that round.
Yeah, definitely. So on the first map, which was Nicodemus Hill, the strategy was we were going to put HD's battery was doing counter bat. The Lightning battery and Patty's battery were kind of trying to hit, I believe, the top of the hill on what would be the USA's far left, CSA's far right. They were doing that from the far USA right battery. And then we were doing a full infantry push to the right, get a foothold, look for times to draw them out with the cap and make them come fight and get some casualties that way and try to get them all the way down. And that was pretty much it.
Shane, do you have any view from artillery?
Yeah. So we were originally going to do counter battery. On our first shot we did flip the cannon, but then later on, infantry needed help, so we provided the assistance they needed.
Yep, I was on the battery with Patterson, slightly with them assisting. Our goal was to hit the CSA right side as they like to hide up there. We were pounding there. Then we had to change one cannon over to counter battery in the middle of the battle. They were getting close to us, so to defend ourselves, we tried to shut down that far CSA far right battery. I mean, just kind of assist on anywhere.
Matt Cauthon, any thoughts for the infantry for 13th?
No, we just pretty much tried to hug into those corners and try to hide from artillery shots and get some shots and break them down. So.
All right, cool. Now we'll be moving on to the CSA players for that round. What was your guys' strategy to defend Nicodemus Hill, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
well, shall I start off?
It's your token.
Go for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, first of all, the strategy was to hold off the right side. Didn't know at the start if they were going left or right. So yeah, right is probably the best position to hold on that map. Making use of the forest, snake fence, and all that kind of stuff to shoot down on them. Because there is not a lot of cover, in my opinion, on the left side. Yeah, and with the ever-changing battlefield, yeah, we had to try and protect our cannons. At one point, I don't know which group it was, but it was a group very close to our cannons, trying to take them out. So yeah, reacting to that and posting up near the cannons on the left side. That was kind of my view for it.
All right. I mean, you can. So at the start of that map for CSA, if you go right, you can still kind of stop them, or at least see them coming from the left and react to it. But if you don't go right and they do, there's nothing you can do about it. They take the high ground and you're basically screwed. So you kind of have to go right. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of other really good winning strategies without getting at least a foothold on that right-hand side for Nico.
Were you also trying to preserve tickets by having most of your team stay up there?
That was the general idea, yeah, to preserve as much tickets as possible. Because you don't have a lot of tickets on this map. Staying as much as possible in formation, try not to be out of line, all that kind of stuff.
All right, and then the follow-up question to that, and this involves Preacher. So first VA Cav was protecting artillery on the left while the rest of the team was holding back. Then first Delaware also went over to the first VA Cav. If you guys were trying to preserve, if you guys were trying to preserve tickets, then why was the first VA Cav, a very small regiment in this event, over there that could take skirmishing and out of lines?
Oh, because we were up by the Arty, and we were close enough to him to be in formation. I just figured our combination would stop any counter battery from taking out skirmisher tickets on our end, and for the artillery guys, and as well as being near the fence, in between the fence and the guns, to keep us in formation, as well as an easy rally point for us to move out from main spawn, because our team only had 3 flags, right? And I wanted to keep those lanes clear, so we didn't use the flags at any point. And it felt easiest for team cohesion. And I'm a big preacher of the caissons being used as cover.
All right, thank you.
That being said, we did step out beyond them a few times, but yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Is there anything else, Preacher, you want to say for first VA Cav's perspective for the round?
I didn't initially agree on the on moving everyone right. I was concerned. I think my words were on complacency, and then guys team killing, and then them getting us while we're trying to get us. I'm glad that there were a couple hiccups as we discussed prior to this, but they were sorted out. And I was never on the right side at any point during this that entire map, so it was like a whole new style of playing it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun on my part, for me at least, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it looked like on the right. It was like the other side of the moon to me. And good job holding, because I kept looking at the map every time I died, and it looked like it got close a few times at least.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.
All right.
Well played by everyone.
Now moving on to our second round, Bloody Lane. So CSA did win this, to my surprise. So USA was attacking, though. So the USA players, what was your strategy to attack the Bloody Lane, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
So the strategy was basically to go ahead and cap point right away. And then there kind of was a call to head over to the left after about half of the fighting force went to the middle to go, straight to cap. When we went over there, it just became a charge instead of like a gunfight over there on the left. And then all the flags went down. And then from then on out, we had a couple big, like, hey, let's all go do this. And then about 3/4 of the army would go do it. And so it often became a 3v4 in terms of the regiments. And we just kind of never held up on any of them because we were just outgunned on all of them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So it seemed like a lot of your charges were really spread out there that time. Was that like a planned effort, or was it just kind of a failure to communicate type of thing?
I would say just communication breakdown. A lot of charges I didn't even know were charges. I thought we were headed to points to gunfight, right across the road from each other. And then next thing I know, like, we just don't stop and we're meleeing.
Yeah, it seemed a little bit rough there for you there for a little bit.
A lot of trickling in on the Union left, CSA right side.
Yeah.
Which cost you.
Yeah, but that was pretty much it. I mean, it was a really long event. I think we were tired. I think the team chat was like, let's get this over.
That Nicodemus took all 45 minutes. Like, that was a long Nico you guys played.
Yeah,
and we started 25 late.
Yeah, plus server issues and things. And it was like,
But the balancing was
this
fixed.
one took long. Yeah.
My frames dropped to nothing sometime in the end. About 4. Okay.
End of Nicodemus, I had about 5 frames a second the last 4 or 5 minutes.
I completely froze during the charge on point for a good 3 to 5 seconds. Like, I thought I crashed, but then I came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had problems with shooting my pistol. Like, I shot one shot and then I kept reloading and I couldn't fire my second shot. Like,
oh no.
So I think we can all agree a draw for Nicodemus is a good.
Yep.
Good
thing Negative, Ghost Rider.
1-1's fun.
13th or Saints. Any perspective from Union for the second round that you guys want to give?
I think Pearl pretty summed it up pretty much. We just kind of, like you said, trickled in. We couldn't get organized good enough, and it just came down to the wire. So it is what it is. It was well fought.
I'd agree with that.
Sounds good. So, we'll move on to the CSA defense of Bloody Lane. What was your guys' strategy going into the round, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
The first strategy was actually to hold the right. Like, if you control the right, in my opinion, you control as good as you can the map. Right side, if you lose the right side, the CSA is the most difficult side to take back, in my opinion. If you lose the left side, you can work around it and hit them from more angles. So yeah, like holding that right side, that was kind of huge for us. And and the trickling, that happened during the game. We profited from a lot of people being out of line, trying to find their lines on the Union side. So yeah, that really helped us out as well, in my opinion. And yeah, it was just shifting around, keep shifting, keep looking where the enemy flags are, good communication, and then from there on we just shifted, and I think we worked very cohesively on the second map.
Totally.
So was it your plan to really like stick together on that second map? I noticed CSA did an excellent job sticking together and staying in formation. Was that something you had talked about in Cord, or is that something that happened naturally on the battlefield?
Officially, I wasn't leading the second map, and I didn't do Cord.
We
so
did plan that. We did plan to hold the right side as one big group until they, if they established a foothold, then we would pull all the way back and regroup. But it seemed like we were just holding every time, so we just stayed.
Yeah, you guys did an excellent job with that. From the overview, could really tell you guys were moving as one cohesive unit. Just wanted to give you guys props for that.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, thanks.
A lot of bounding movements too. I know at least with first VA Cav, it was always all right. Swing around to the left side of PA, or swing around to the left side of 42nd, or first Delaware. get your reload in and fall in, and make a row behind them, and then cover them, let them make a row behind you, and that was kind of our, and plugging in gaps. If we saw a gap in the line, we do our reload there. So at least they saw some kind of continuity. If not us, then at least the Yankees would.
I think we had a really good move on their second push on the Union left, CSA right, where they pushed down the road instead of like through the field there. And we were hidden in the corn, so they didn't see us until like last second. We pushed up to the corn and like unleashed on them. I want to see what that looks like from overview if you caught that, but it looks like we caught them by surprise there pretty good.
Yeah, Union had two-pronged. That first charge was a two-pronged. It's like, I think they were supposed to go together, but the one on the far right went and died. Then one came down the middle, died. And yeah. Any other comments or questions that anyone has before we wrap this whole thing up? All right, yeah.
I did want to say, Preacher, on that second map, we saw you take your guys, go up to the top of the hill, and kind of like taking out some aligners. What was your thought process with that, and do you feel that was successful?
I think it was successful due to luck, and I don't trust anybody that doesn't have good luck. So that's a necessary asset to have. But the thought process was when people see a line, they react to it as though it's a line that's fully kitted and bayoneted and ready to go. I try not to. Guys that are spawning in a main, I don't care how many they are, they can't do fuck all unless they're cav when they spawn in. They can't do a thing. There can be 50 of them. There could be 5 of them. And they were running left and they were running right. And while they were running, we were reloading. And you can't move and reload at the same time. And I just held that until our first guy died. And, the second guy that died was team killed. But so I'm not going to count that one. But he went down and we made it back without any surprisingly little to no out of line deaths, if any, and very few skirmish deaths. I know I died 2 times on Bloody Lane, several times Nicodemus, but only twice on Bloody Lane, which is a fucking miracle. But the goal was to never give them a chance to consolidate. To go up and kind of just fucking blast them and fucking run before while they're trying to get those groups to everyone form up on the right and do that. No. Give them a buck and ball.
Cause
and then
confusion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that buys our team enough time to, and as you saw, they were lined up on the road brilliantly. And I think it helped them buying everyone enough time to reconsolidate, move around. I saw United Alaskan Front (UAF), I think doing good like trade overs like First Delaware and 42nd PA. They wouldn't have. I think we might have had less of the luxury to do so if the Union were able to get those cohesive attacks better. So there were a lot of targets that we bypassed, a lot of guys that we did not engage that we could have engaged, because I wanted to get the guys behind them and make sure they don't see each other. Make sure that all they see is Rebs on the other side, one group of Yankees, and Rebs on the other side. And it could be 2 of us, it could have been 20, but they had the same reaction. And it slowed them down enough.
Good job.
Yeah, it was a good job.
That's a tough map to win for the Rebels.
Yeah, sure. Like I was really happy with our team today. Like both rounds were fantastic, honestly. Even if we lost the first map, like the casualties we actually inflicted, like it's the first time I believe I see over 1,000 deaths in a game. So hey, that was a cool thing to see.
250 kill difference, I think it was, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So
and then winning the money at the end as well.
Yeah,
so that's a big swing.
that's really nice. That's a big swing. Yeah, like, and to be fair, like it's actually good that we
your token gets
lost
to
the first map
for free.
Yeah, so yeah, like we can get hit by the UAF now. We're a little bit further away from them, and yeah.
Best case scenario, right?
Best case scenario, yeah.
Way.
Like just how we wanted it. Planned all the way. No, no, but like No, really good maps. GG's also to Peach Core.
Huzzah.
So yeah.
Yeah, well done, guys. Well done. 24 Georgia, 13 Georgia.
The Artie, the Union Artie on Nicodemus was very good.
Yeah, on point.
I don't know if we caught that left gun near the end that we managed to get the drop on. That was a pure accident. Yeah, we got lucky with that one. And we got away with it too. That's what blew my mind.
Yeah, quick question about that Nicodemus on CSA or USARD. Who moved that cannon way up there, and how long did that take you to get that cannon that far up?
I think
That was that was 24th. Yeah, it was 24th Patterson battery. They just wanted to try something a little different, get close, because the battery we were using, it's great for hitting the CSA right side and all that stuff, but hitting point, you have that boulder that of rocks in the way, and it's really tough to get point. So they were just trying to move a cannon over, so we can have two cannons. One cannon, the far right 12 pounder, is excellent view on point, but the rest of them are trouble, like behind the deflator, behind a rock. It's hard to see. They were just trying something different.
I'm sorry it was them. I don't like hurting Snapperkins.
I know we pushed off a few little skirm groups that were trying to cap point, so we forced them to cap it as a group, which allowed our Artie to do some more damage.
Yeah.
Artie was really clutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if you
asked
let
the
them cap
Artie
it
at
with
one point
one
also
guy.
to aim all the guns at point, and hold fire until they got on point. It was when we weren't taking losses, I believe, and I just wanted to be ready before they were gonna cap or something like that.
Yeah, I think that big volley towards the end is what dumped the frame rate. Like all of the PSA
That's
fired
most
one
likely
point
it.
at one point, and then like it never was good after that.
Yeah.
Well, both sides did an excellent job. Two hard fought maps. It was really a lot of fun to watch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
That's how the game was meant to be played, honestly. That was awesome. That was top tier gameplay.
All right.
I agree.
Cool. So, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching this episode. All the regiments that participated in this video will be in the description below. Join them. The EU Grand Campaign Discord will also be in the description below. And everyone in this post-game interview, if they want a social media link, that will also be in the description. Join our Discord, become a frontline reporter and announcer like Lakota Wolf here. Very fun to have him on. Appreciate it a lot. And with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe for more. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.